Good morning to one and all. In today's session, we will be learning about the topic machine learning, a practical approach. In the lecture 1, we will be learning about the introduction to machine learning. So these are some of the books the students could note it for your machine learning subject. Now to start with, what is machine learning? In the real world, where we are surrounded by humans who can learn everything from the experiences around them as per their learning capability, and we have either computers or machines which work on our instructions. Suppose if I want to perform a calculation on addition of two numbers, so I just write a command, okay, printf, give the input as scanf and put printf a plus b, okay, and give the assignment statement in between. So it just does the function and gives me the output. If a is 3 and b is 2, it gives the answer as 5. Okay, so whatever is my application, I can give a program to the computer to program it accordingly and provide the output. Okay, but now a scenario has come. This machine learning has proliferated its growth. Everywhere this word machine learning has become attractive. Everywhere the question has peeped on. Are you a ML engineer? Are you a AI engineer? Or are you a data science engineer? At each and every place, if you could see, so it has become so attractive that it goes that we should learn what is machine learning, something curious about it. So it has become the need of the hour and also the word of the hour, right? So now the concept peeps in, whether a machine can also learn from experience like humans, or whether machine can also learn the past data from us. Here comes the role of machine learning. So if you could see, so in our, though we have grown old, in the smaller classes, in the kindergarten classes, whatever we studied, we even remember till now, right? So some of the rhymes like twinkle twinkle little star or few lines of Baba Black Sheep, right? So the same way, whether a machine could learn from our experience and the past data and it is able to predict the output, is this possible? Okay, so if you take machine learning, so this machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. So this machine learning, what is this machine learning? It is concerned with the development of algorithms, so that can help the computer to learn from the data given and also the past experiences on their own. So usually I'll just take a day-to-day example. So whenever a child is born, we will take so much care of it because it is a very tender human being. So we will be after it for 24 hours. But once it has grown, so we won't be with him or her for all the 24 hours, and we just let the child, if it has started walking, okay, so we'll just leave the child to go on walk, though it falls and it gets up again by its own. It learns from its own past experiences, right? So the same way, so we are going to train the machine to learn from the experience, right? Even the small child, when you say that don't touch the lamp, okay, it will burn your finger, so this child will not understand at that age, but suddenly by mistake it has kept its finger there, it will just return back, and after that every time when we are lighting a lamp, suppose say when the current is off, so it will say, it will just show it by its actions, right? So the same way, everything, it is a learning from the experience. Now moving on towards historical background. So this machine learning was first introduced by Arthur Samuel in 1959. So the main general definition for machine learning is that the machine learning, it enables the machine to automatically learn from the data. Okay, so the machine, when the data set is given, it automatically learns from the hidden patterns in it, and it improvises its performance from experience. Suppose if I am giving a 10 datas, It learns those 10 datas and it will predict the output accordingly. Now I am giving 100 datas. Now you are giving 100 different logics to it, okay, to learn from the experience. So accordingly, the machine model would have trained and it would provide a better result. So that's what. So it learns automatically from the data, it improvises the experience and it predicts the output without being explicitly programmed, as I said, no, addition of two numbers or subtraction of two numbers. So you're not going to program it explicitly, you're going to make it automatically learn from the internal data structure patterns. Now you are going to consider a three process. So that is called as E, T and P. So what is this machine learning? So this machine learning is a computer program that is going to be developed. It is going to learn from the experience with respect to some task given. For example, I am just giving a task. Let us take, I am giving the task like I have to, whenever the image is given, it should distinguish between an apple or an orange. You are just giving a classification problem. So that is a task. Okay. So whenever I am giving it, so it has to learn from the experience. Once the model is trained, it has to learn from the experience. Okay. Now, how do you put the model in the real world? Only when your work is, only when you know that this machine learning algorithm is capable to classify between apple and orange. Okay, so always there is a test or validation that needs to be performed. So what is that? Here comes the importance or the significance of P. P is a performance measure. Okay, once I am training my model and whether I have to check whether my model is able to distinguish, if I give a banana, whether it is able to distinguish and say that it is not an apple or an orange. Okay, it is not the image what you have given me for training. So this performance measure, or if I give an apple, it should recognize as an apple. If I give an orange, it should recognize as an orange. That is your performance measure. So if you conclude the machine learning, it is nothing but whatever the task you are giving, it should learn from the experience, and then when put into validation, we should check the accuracy of the model, the performance measure. Okay, so that's what if it is said that if its performance at task T as measured by, whenever I am going to measure its performance, it will be improvising with experience. What is the statement stated? The P, that is the performance measure, improvises with experience. What does it mean? We can take the normal class semester. Okay, we are keeping 3 CTs, CT1, CT2 and CT3, and then we are keeping the university exam. Okay, so 3 formative assessment, 1 summative assessment. Why it is so? Why we have to keep 3 formative assessment and only 1 summative assessment? Okay, we will be given the portions, let us say for the CT1 1 unit and CT2 2 and 3 third unit, and for the CT3 it is the 4th and the 5th unit. Right? So why is this has been done? So the students have been taught first unit and we are keeping a CT1 at the end of first month, say. So whenever we are correcting the paper and giving it back, the students will know whatever they have learned, whether they are able to reproduce it or think the logic and analyze it properly. When the papers are given, when the marks are being done, that is your performance measure. So the students will analyze, okay, these are the correct things I have done, these are the wrong things I have done, mistakes I have done. So I should not repeat it in the next thing. That is called as your experience. The CT, whatever you are writing, is a task. Okay, from the task, by the performance measure called CT conducted, the cycle test conducted, you are able to know your experience. So whatever the mistakes done in CT1 should not be done in CT2, either your time management, okay, or focusing on only one part of the half the unit alone. So that should not be done for the second test, right? Or technically you have not learned some part of the portions. That shouldn't be there. So when you do the CT2 and the CT3, your experience will grow for the given tasks. So only there is only one summative assessment, that is your university exam. Having been given the experiences from these 3 CTs, so you will work your work or your marks, okay, it will improvise with your performance measure. Okay, so this is a general example to learn that machine learning learns with experience. We are not conducting only one CT, we are conducting 3 CT so that the students will gain experience. And when a performance task is given, okay, and you're going to measure it continuously by your performance metrics called as your cycle test. As a result, your experience will improvise. That will make you ready for your semester exam without any fear or tension, and you can perform better in your final exam. So the same way the machine learning has to learn from the experience for a given task, and it improvises the measure and it does its output function accordingly. So with this introduction, so we'll just move on to the much more deeper concepts of machine learning in the next class. Thank you.